Is it over between Sheree Whitfield and Tyrone Gilliams? And did the show almost put him back in prison? And is Sheree Whitfield's position on the Real Housewives of Atlanta in jeopardy? Welcome back to the Kempire Daily YouTube channel, where you get daily and consistent hot topics in music, entertainment, reality TV, and so much more. As always, be sure to like this video, subscribe to the channel, and hit that notification bell so you never miss out on breaking news when we go live or when we upload. So there have been mixed reactions about Sheree Whitfield returning for another season of the Real Housewives of Atlanta, but as you know, I've been here for it. And part of the reason why Sheree has been welcomed back was because of her relationships with the show and the ladies, but also because she supposedly had a storyline with Tyrone Gilliams, a man that went to prison for some very questionable things. And we all wondered how in the hell that he was going to be on the show, because from what we heard, he was still in Philadelphia, still under house arrest. Apparently, they were going to make it work. So according to this new report and according to TMZ's sources, Sheree Whitfield and Tyrone, every time I say that name, anyways, are not speaking. According to something that went down on November 6th, is part of the reason why Sheree and Tyrone are not speaking, and he almost went back to prison because of the show. So let's get into what they're saying. So sources with direct knowledge tell TMZ that Sheree and Tyrone, who's currently sentenced to home confinement, have not spoken since a November 6th incident when Sheree told Tyrone she was leaving New York City. Remember, they had a cast trip to New York City to go see Candy's Broadway show. When she said she was leaving New York City to go visit him in Philadelphia. That's also when we saw that photo, that infamous photo of Sheree filming in Philadelphia. She was really decked out, but she was sitting alone. We all assumed that she was meeting up with Tyrone. The trouble started a few hours before they were scheduled to meet, because Sheree told Tyrone she would have a RHOA camera crew with her when she got to town. So according to TMZ, they're saying that they're told Sheree wanted him to come film a scene with her in the restaurant, but obviously that would be a huge no-no for Tyrone due to his home confinement. To put it plainly, a judge could have thrown his butt back in prison. That's why he passed on shooting, and production told his attorneys they'd simply edit the show to make it look like Tyrone stood her up. I mean, I wouldn't put that past production, but I always thought that with home confinement that you could technically leave if you got permission, but maybe not to film a show. So according to TMZ, they're saying, making matters worse, the photo, remember the photo I was just talking about, started circulating online showing Sheree sitting alone at a Philly restaurant. Eagle-Eye fans noticed 2 menus on the table, not to mention a camera crew, and assumed Tyrone was there shooting scenes. Although he wasn't, he was worried about the optics with court, which is very important. All it takes is for a judge to hear about this and then be like, did you leave? Are you not following what you're supposed to be following? So according to TMZ and according to what we've been reporting, one of the big reasons why Sheree was welcomed back to the Real Housewives of Atlanta, despite all of their casting drama, was because her big storyline was to be her relationship with Tyrone. As you know, the last time that we even saw Sheree, Tyrone was still in jail, but they were communicating through the phone. Sound familiar, Giselle? So according to TMZ, they say since the incident in Philly, we're hearing that Sheree and Tyrone have not spoken. So this says to me that Sheree, more than likely, this will be her welcome back season and her farewell season. I don't think they're going to take her peach away from her. I mean, they could, because at the end of the day, they could do whatever they want. They can even edit her out. But they've already announced the cast of the Real Housewives of Atlanta, which I told you is very unusual for them to announce the cast before they even really got into full-on filming. But as you know, people have been wondering what's happening with Atlanta. We hear that the casting was in shambles, and we know the casting was in shambles. So much so that they were forced to bring Drew Sidora back. So much so that they gave Marlo Hampton a peach. We shall see what this means for Sheree, her peach, the future of her peach. That sounds so dirty. But anyways, Sheree, I was rooting for you. I was so happy for you that you were able to come back. But Sheree, we know you've been through a lot. You've been through a lot. Why are you dealing with this man? Sheree could have any man that she wanted. Sheree, you should come back better than ever this season. You don't need to be dating Tyrone. There are too many options in the world. And look, shout out to everyone that's in prison or that's been in prison. But can we talk? Y'all know what I want to do. Sheree, you is good. You is kind. You is smart. Girl, you don't need to do this. Get that line, She by Sheree, off this season. This needs to be your major comeback season. Do not let Tyrone, who is still on home confinement, bring you down, bring your brand down. I know you might be in love, but love ain't paying the bills. You will do better. I'm rooting for you. I think we're all rooting for Sheree. Sheree she is definitely an all-star, despite what the ladies on the Real Housewives Ultimate Girls Trip were trying to say during their trip to Watch What Happens Live. Sheree Whitfield is definitely an all-star, no matter what you guys want to think. But the Bone Collector, this is a sad way to go out. This is not good news. If this is true, Sheree will come this season, and this will probably be her last time coming back to Atlanta. This is disappointing. Guys, as always, I want to know your thoughts. Is it over for Sheree based on this news that she's not talking with her boyfriend, Tyrone, who's on home confinement? Couldn't she film at his... Well, I guess it depends on where... If he's at a halfway house, then that's not going to work. We all were wondering how this was going to work. I thought he was done with home confinement. I thought he was done. But as you may recall, he came home because of COVID. He came home early because of COVID. As always, guys, let's continue the conversation in the comment section. Don't forget to like this video, subscribe to the channel, and hit that notification bell so you never miss out on breaking news when we go live or when we upload. Thanks for watching.